Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're taking a look at an unlimited Shadow list. Why? Because Shadow did get unnerfed. Demon Lord Ector, absolutely crazy card back in the day and still a really good card now in unlimited with those changes. So this is going to be a fairly straightforward kind of mid-Shadow variant deck with a couple of different additions, I guess. Gilgamesh along with Deathly Tyrant, just to add in just that little bit of extra storm and for just a little bit of fun, especially since we can. Then we've also got Usher of Strix, which allows us to put in another Demon Lord, Immortal, Gilgamesh, any of those high cost cards. You could even run the new legendary in this deck very easily if you wanted to. Feria would be great if used right. So hopefully you'll enjoy it and we'll get right into the video. I found this deck to be a great deck if you are looking at trying to do missions or trying to do other things or just trying to generally gain rank in Unlimited. It seems to be fairly consistent and does a really good job at keeping your board always full, which is what you want. You will notice in this first match though, I could have had it lethal a turn earlier if I had paid attention to my Deathly Tyrant. Outside of that though, this match was very straightforward, just kind of adding to the board as we go. Bellinus and Scullering are still a perfect combo, and it looks like we are going up against a discard sword, which, surprise surprise, will actually be my next video. I've actually got a discard sword list that I've had a lot of fun with and want to show off, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So it starts off very normal, they've just traded. I don't know why you'd want to run that if you are running discard sword though, so it makes me wonder. Of course, Scullering on 3 was the only good play going for these skeletons. Again, running Happy Pig. Really odd cards. I personally wouldn't run those if I was running a discard sword. They seem like reasonably weak cards for that. Bellringer's good. I do enjoy Bellringer, but anything else is a bit awkward. So we're going to remove this entire board, keep all our skeletons and our catacomb up, which will give us a pretty decent advantage going into the next turn. Especially with Strategist Hope, so I don't know whether they're really a hard discard sword or whether they're just some really janky sword deck. Does seem odd. Like half of the deck seems like discard sword and the other half almost seems like mid, so very odd combination. So we do have the Lurching Corpse and we are going to be able to remove pretty much everything we need to here. Once we use the soul conversion on the Lurching Corpse to gain some value. Those couple of draws plus the kill makes for a very good turn. We also take advantage of the Usher now. Not really any need to use its Necromancy effect in this matchup. Going up against Sword, not likely to really need it. More important that we get the body on board and really build up, getting ready for those big turns. And the Bellringer. Now we have the 50-50 on this shot and we get lucky hitting the 1-1. Couldn't have asked for a much better hit there. Especially since Orthrus is going to be a perfect way to remove this. So 7 damage this turn, looking like we're still going to maintain a very solid board next turn, and not much else to go on from there. Sword really needs to pull something big out to compete against this. So there is Altered Fate again, really weird sword deck, not one I expected to see. It really makes me wonder what they were going for with that deck. So we get a nice little bit of damage in, set up a nice defensive play. Managed to drop our soul conversion and go for a little bit more defense. That will give us the shadows we're probably going to need long term, which is awesome. And we've still got to keep our zombie party. I didn't want to use zombie party only because I wanted to use it on a really good board where I'm really going to get an advantage out of it. And in this match so far, it's just not the right time to use it. As far as right now goes, going face can almost guarantee us a perfect lethal at this point. We already have the Deathly Tyrant. It actually may be next match that I had the mess up, but either way. Or maybe it was this. I forget things. It's a fine. I forget which match it was that we had the awkward moment, but Queen, not really a big deal. Looks like we're still going to take this fairly easily. Yeah, so we're still going to take this match. So it must be the next match, sorry, that I had the Deathly Tyrant screw up. Either way, it's a very easy thing to miss when you forget that it's a 3 damage storm is still substantial. So as you just seen, this deck still does a great job considering Shadow really lost a lot going into last expansion and didn't hold out. It held out, but didn't hold out that great. The buffs definitely helped it, made it improve. As of right now, this deck seems to do quite well. There's a few other adjustments, that you could make to this deck with Corpse Lord Woe and stuff like that, but personally I found more comfortable to go with this variant that just really pumps the board full of followers. The more followers you can have on board, the better. The stickier they are, the better. All setting up for those big Demon Lord turns that can really secure you the game. Fortunately, I didn't get to use Gilgamesh yet, mainly because Demon Lord was usually a better option, but definitely having that 5 damage Storm could make a huge difference. So we get a nice little bit of setup, setting up this Chimera play. Leviathans are kind of annoying, to be honest. They're okay normally, but not so good once they get procced. It makes them a little more difficult. I'm going to kill the 2-1, even if it's not the right decision, just to have it removed and not have to deal with it at all. Draconic Fervor, and a pretty comfy board we're going to have, honestly. They did get a massive amount of damage, which isn't good, of course. Our Spartacus Soldier is going to at least block us out. We are going to be able to kill this, though. And then it's just a matter of making sure we have decent draws and can get enough shadows, which is where Soul Conversion should come in. So now that we've removed that and set up a defensive play, going for the Soul Conversion, looking for whatever we can get a hold of, really is going to be buying us our time. And Death's Breath is a pretty decent one. It is going to absorb 3 shadows, well, effectively 2 once you gain them back through the deaths and the spell effect, but that's pretty acceptable loss in this situation. Plus, we will go for the Evolve on the Soldier just because it does allow it to survive any kind of little follower evo, which is good. Plus, in this situation, Breath of Salamander not getting quite as much value as it could have had. So they took up a lot of their resources to clear this out, which for us is really good, especially since I can Zombie Party. Setting our Demon Lord up for a very nice swing. But Dark Dragoon ruining that idea and setting us to 3. Really risky, not where I want it to be. Luckily the Death Breath draw does give us 5 wards, means we can send everything to face and hopefully set up for that Demon Lord. So we don't quite have lethal here. We do have to remove the 5/7. I couldn't come up with a better way to remove it at this point, which was a little disappointing. Thinking back on it, I probably could have used 1 zombie, played my Lurching Corpse, played the Ektar and then 1 through that. That probably would have done it quite easily. So definitely missed that lethal there. Obviously the Deathbent Tyrant matchup that I was thinking about was actually a different matchup, so I could have done this kind of play last turn with a single trade-off and it would have gave me 12 damage. I think it would have gave me 12 damage. Maybe not. Maybe I was right. Who knows? That was still a pretty decent game. Did take 1 extra turn, but that ended up being quite fine. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun playing this deck. As always, I have a lot of fun with most of the decks I show off. If I don't enjoy a deck, typically I won't show it off to you guys, just because it's pointless for me to show a deck that I don't enjoy, and that you guys might not enjoy. That's why you don't see a lot of Forest and Dragon on my channel a lot, although I am hoping to add a few more of that. We do have a Forest deck that will come up very soon, and I'm hoping to cover another Dragon variant deck in the Ramp Dragon category, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So, if you did enjoy the video, hit the like button and subscribe. You'll find the deck list in the description below, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.